Welcome to the 2001 Tokyo 9-Ball Championships. I'm Alan Hopkins, bringing you the final match between Efren Reyes of the Philippines and Niels Feijen from the Netherlands. They will be playing a race to 15, alternating the break. The winner will receive $160,000 and the loser $60,000. A $100,000 difference, the largest match in the history of pool. Look at that lag. Efren stopped his ball. No, so Niels will win the lag and be the first one to break. Both these players undefeated in a field of over 500 players from all over the world. This is the final match. One race to 15. Most expensive pool match in the history of pool. This alternating break makes it fair for each player. Both players will get an opportunity to the table to win the break and run out. Try to keep their opponent in the chair on their break. The semi-final match, Efren Reyes defeated his opponent from the Philippines, Warren Kiamko, and Niels defeated his opponent from Taiwan, Fang Pang Chow. One ball in the side pocket. And position on the 2 ball. You can hit the 2 ball. Here's the 2 ball. Great break by Niels. Chance to win the first game with a run out. Opportunity to pocket the 2 ball in the side pocket. The 3 ball is right by the cue ball, as you can see on the screen. All he has to do is make the 2 ball on the side. Niels has never been in the finals of a big match like this. Here's the 3, here's the 2. He's going to play the 2 ball in the side pocket. The cue ball will stay down there just for the 3 ball. Oh, just catches the point. So, tough break for Niels, but a good break because Efren does not have a shot on the 2 ball. He'll be forced to play a safety. A little bit of those early shakes in the match, I think. Just get loosened up a little bit. $220,000 on the line. $160,000 for first, $60,000 for second. Largest finals ever. Efren shooting at the 2. Just playing a safety, hitting it nice and thin, trying to get the cue ball down behind the 9 ball. As you notice the 9 ball in the way of the 2 ball. Here's the 2 ball in the center of the table. Two ball, center of the table. 9 balls in the way of the cue ball, so you're going to see a jump shot or a massé. Looks like a jump shot. 2 ball in the corner. Oh, good try. Successful shot. Notice the cue ball down table behind the 5 and 7. And the 2 ball in the center of the table. Good shot. Safety allowed. So here he wants to jump the ball too. So Efren Reyes will come to the table again with no shot. To be forced to kick at the ball. One rail. Efren will kick to the side here and try to make the 2 ball in the side pocket. Oh, good try by Efren Reyes. And look out. Oh boy, is that fortunate. So again, a kick and a safety. And Niels looking at the shot, see if he can hit the 2 ball. If he can hit the 2 ball, he'll hit the cue ball thin and bring it down here behind the 9 ball if he can. Try to bring the cue ball down here. Try to bring the 2 ball back over by the 5 and the 7 if he can also. On the other side. Okay, there it is. Notice the 2 ball coming over by the 5 and 7. Great shot by Niels. Good safety. Now I'm going to say that if Efren hits this, he should leave a shot for Niels. But you never know. If he goes 2 rails, he has to be careful with the scratch going down table. I'll show you going 2 rails. Cue ball, he's going to bring the cue ball this way, back here. Try to hit the 2 and bring the cue ball down here if he can. He has to be careful of the scratch. Look out. Excellent. Excellent shot by Efren Reyes. Notice the ball's in the center of the table. We come back to the table. Notice these 2 balls are right in the middle. So he'll be forced to go over the balls again or try to kick at it. It's kind of a long jump shot, so he's probably going to have to kick at the ball from the bottom rail. There it is. Now he could go to the side here and try to kick this way or in this area. Either way. Make sure he does not hit the 3 ball first. If he hits the 2 at the right speed, he could get lucky here. Come behind the 9. Oh, unfortunate. If he just missed the 9, he'd have left him safe. So, Efren, with a good kick shot before and a safety, has forced Niels to leave him a shot. 2 ball in the corner pocket. Efren is so consistent with those long shots. Makes them look like hangers. Like they're easy shots, and they're not. So now, look out. Wow, he almost got in trouble there. And he knows it too. He did get in trouble. He's going to be forced to play a safety here. He's going to hit the 5 ball to the rim and bring it down table. Put the cue ball down table. Probably try to put the 5 ball close to the 9 ball somehow to where he doesn't have a shot on it. That's exactly what he did. Well done by Efren Reyes. So the first rack seems to be going a little safety play and kick shots. They've both been to the table 3 or 4 times already. Now he'll be forced to try a 2-rail shot, kind of like what Efren did before with the 2 ball. If he can come down 1, 2 rails, kick the 5, and come down table with the cue ball, make sure you hit the 5 though. Oh, good try. Good try. So Efren will come to the table with ball in hand now, so I'll have to make a prediction that Efren will run the table here. This is like the 3rd time he's had an open shot and a chance at the table, so let's see if he can get out. Efren Reyes is a world 9-ball champion, winner of the Challenge of Champions, runner-up in the U.S. Open Straight Pool Tournament, winner of the World 8-Ball Championships, winner of 1-pocket tournaments, won all kind of tournaments in all different games. So he definitely is the person to beat. #1 player in the world right now. And if he wins this tournament, be the #1 money winner in the world too. Comes from the Philippines. Came over to this country in the 1980s. Been playing pool over here now for the last 20 years. Has won all kinds of tournaments. And will win the first game in the match to race to 15. And leads the match 1-0. So he has kept his break and won on his break. Or actually, he did not break first. He lost the lag, so he has won on Niels' break. First time in the finals of a major tournament. Efren Reyes 1-0. Niels' first time in the finals of a big major tournament. Most money he's ever played for. In a field of 500 players. These are the last two players for the largest payday in the history of 9-ball. So it'll be Efren's break. There it is, the Tokyo 9-ball, produced by the IBC, International Billiards Council, formed by Mr. Tanaka. And Efren will break from this side of the table. He's been breaking well the whole tournament. And there goes the one toward the side. Uh-oh, there goes a 9-ball in the corner pocket. So, Efren Reyes on his break pockets the 9-ball with a nice kiss from the 6-ball, coming over and knocking the 9-ball in the corner pocket. So now we have a 2-0 lead. It seems like it's almost destiny. Efren Reyes, 9-ball on the break, 2-0. It's nice to make the 9-ball on the break. Get up there, one shot, and the game's over. And now your opponent has to come to the table on his break. Not make a ball on the break and leave you an easy shot or something, or leave you an easy out. Or make a ball on his break and not have a shot. A lot of luck involved in the break. 13 games away from $160,000. Niels knows he has to come to the table and try to pocket a ball on his break and get a shot and keep Efren in the chair, especially on his break. Niels Feijen from the Netherlands has an excellent break. Hits the balls rather hard. Tries to make the one on the side. There it is, one ball on the side. Notice the cue ball, beautiful break. Perfect. But notice the 6 and the 7, here they are right here. They're tied up. He's going to have a hard time with the run out here because of those two balls. Could be the 3-ball behind there. It's hard to tell which ball. Okay, it's the 6 and the 3. The 5 and the 7 are on the middle of the table down by the top of your screen. So he has a shot on the 2-ball. 2 balls right here. He'll be forced to come down and try to break open the 3 and 6 if he can. Two-ball coming down for the 3-ball. Look out. Okay. Well, a little too easy, so he's going to be forced to play a safety. There's the 3-ball next to the cue ball. He'll probably hit the 3, bring the cue ball back in here if he can, behind those balls. At the same time, he can break them open so that they won't be tied up. And there they go. He broke open the 3 and 6 and put the cue ball behind those 2 balls. Excellent. Well done by Niels. So Efren will come to the table now with a kick shot. Probably going to, the short rail will be the sure way of hitting it, but Efren could come this way and try to hit the 3-ball and try to actually make it in the corner pocket. And that's the way he went. 1, 2, trying to make it. Look out for the scratch. Boy, isn't that nice. There goes the cue ball just in the jaws of the pocket. But he hit at good speed. But it was a little dangerous because if he'd hit the 3 a little thinner, he'd have scratched for sure. So Niels plays a successful safe and gets a shot on the 3-ball. It's not a hanger or anything, but at least it's a shot. It's actually a kind of a tough shot. Not much he can do with the cue ball here. Let's just try to make the 3 in the side and come back down table. Here, 3 balls in the center of the table. He's looking at it now. He has an option here to make it in the side or the corner. I think if he plays it in the corner and tries to come down by the 5, he might be better off. He hit it kind of hard, though, but he may get lucky here, make it in the side. Does he? Yes, so a big break for Niels. He missed the 3 ball and made it 4 rails in the side pocket. So, a little bit of luck never hurts. Looks like he has a shot on the 5 ball. Just try to roll it in and play the 6 ball on the side next. 6 balls in the center of the table. Here's the 6 right here. Okay? So the 6 ball go in the side. Now position on the 7 could be a little tricky here. He needs to have an angle on the 6, and he does. Going to bring the cue ball. I think he's going to try to bring the cue ball 2 rails back down table. Pocketing the 6 ball on the side. And bringing the cue ball 1-2. If he can over that way. And bring it back down table for the 7. There it goes. 1, 2, and keep going. He knows he got there. Well done. Yeah, just be careful. Roll the 7 in. Play position for the 8 in the side. Looks like the 8 might be a little farther than the side. He's going to have to jack up a little bit on this shot. And stiff the cue ball so the cue ball bounces off and comes over in this area here. Oh. Oh, tough break. He just tried to get too good on the 8. And that caused him to miss the 7 ball. So that's a big break for Efren Reyes. Efren has a thin cut on the 7 ball in the corner pocket. He'll hit a lot of low left-hand spin, or he'll hit it center left-hand spin. Just go down table. There, you won't see that happen too much. A skid. Seemed like it skidded on him. So, big break for Niels to have a shot on the 7 after he had missed it one time. Now he gets back to the table, fortunately, with the chance to win the 3rd game. Low right-hand spin. Bring it back not too far. Brought it back kind of far. Still getting over those early tournament start. Early match start, so needs a couple games to get relaxed, I believe. Play the 8 ball on the side and come back down table. Center ball. 1 rail for the 9 ball. A little bit of left-hand spin. Stay off that side rail. There you go. Okay. Niels wins the 3rd game to trail 2-1. From Reyes taking chalk off the side of his tip. A lot of the players don't like the chalk on the side of the tip. It bothers you when you're sighting up the cue ball. And there it is. Efren Reyes has 2 games. Niels 1 game. We're on the 4th game. Efren Reyes will be breaking. So much pressure in this format because the other format we play winner breaks, you can stay at the table and run a couple racks. In this format, your 1 rack is very important to try to win that rack that you break because you can only run 1 rack at a time. So if you get behind, it's very tough to catch back up. He's so consistent at making the 1 ball in the side pocket and getting a shot on the 2 ball on the side. As you can see, here's the balls. These 2 balls are tied up. The 4 ball and the 6 ball, it looks like. He may be able to make the 4 ball. I think he can because he's not really concerned too much about it. Just basically stop with a little bit of an angle on the 3 ball after the shot. Efren will draw the ball back up into this area here for the 4 ball. A little bit too far. Okay, great shot by Efren. Overcut it, but he hit it easy enough so it would go. And he'll play the 5 ball down the rail in the corner pocket, bring the cue ball off the rail, just about, I'd say, a foot. See how nicely he kills the cue ball. A lot of right-hand spin, slows the cue ball down. Here he'll draw the cue ball back over to the other side of the table, low left-hand English. So Efren Reyes, game 4, goes ahead 3 games to 1 game. Holds his break. Three games for Efren Reyes, 1 game for Niels. Niels break when he comes to the table in game 5. He's playing the 1 ball again. You keep the cue ball in the center. Watch the corner balls. They go sometimes too. The 6 ball, the 4 ball went. The 1 ball went. He made 2 balls on the break. Unfortunately, the cue ball went way down table. And the 2 ball is over on the side rail right here, where I'm circling. And the cue ball is at the upper end of the table, right-hand side. So he has to start out with a long shot on the 2. Two ball in the corner. Just try to make it and come back out toward the center of the table. Tough break. Tough break. Got a tough shot after the break and missed it. Now Efren will come to the table with a shot on the 2 ball in the side pocket. He'll bring the cue ball 1 rail back down table for the 3 ball. And he did not mean to hit the 5 ball. So he knows it too. So Niels is very fortunate that Efren hit the 5 ball. We'll get a chance to the table again. Efren will be forced to play a safety. He may elect to do a masse, or just kick at this ball and try to send it down table. Now, if he does the masse, he's going to try to get the cue ball behind the ball that's down by the 3. I can't tell which ball it is, but that's what he's trying to get behind. And I think he hit the 3 absolutely perfect. Good shot by Efren Reyes. 3 ball stayed on the bottom rail. So Efren knows that he's a little fortunate there. Niels will be going 2 rails, trying to hit the 3 ball 2 rails, kicking behind it somehow, being very careful he doesn't hit the 5 ball first. He should hit this shot pretty hard. Can he hit it? Oh, he can hit it thin. He can hit the edge of the ball. Oh, he can go 2 rails after he hits it. He can hit the 3 thin and go back down table, which is what he should try to do. What a great shot. Wow. Nice to have those young eyes. Unfortunately, though, if Efren can see the 3, he can make the 5 ball in the corner with a kiss shot. 3-5 kiss shot. He'll hit the 3 first and carry him into the 5 ball. play the 5-hole in the corner. It's a delicate shot. He has to hit it easy. And he does. Great shot by Efren. Tough break for Niels. Hey, so Efren Reyes come up with a kiss combination shot. Well, actually a kiss shot, no combination, just making the 5-ball in the corner, which sets up a run out and helps to make his lead bigger. He's been getting an early start in his matches, which has been helping a lot. So Efren Reyes wins the next game and goes ahead by 4 games. He's going to be awfully tough to beat at this rate, because even when he makes a mistake, he makes up with it with a great safety or a good kick. Actually goes 4 games to 1. Leads by 3 games now after 5 games. So in game 6, Niels will break. Actually, Efren will break. Niels broke first. Watch Efren jump up right before he hits it. He gets up. He aims at it low, hit that a little too hard that time because the 1 ball went past the side pocket, hit the point and came back. But he's pocketed a ball in the corner pocket. He does not have a shot on the 1 ball, but he has a safety. He'll hit the 1 ball thin, go 2 rails down table or send the 1 down table. Okay, he's just going to go 2 rails down table. He wants to get behind the 7 ball if he can. He failed to do so. So Niels has an opportunity to play a good safety on from now. He hasn't had much when he came to the table. Every time he started, he's had a very tough shot. So he could play behind the 1 ball here, rail first, if he can get in between there and hit the 1 to the back rail. And keep the cue ball on the bottom rail. Let's see what he elects to do. Maybe hit it easy, bring the cue ball up by the 4 ball. Okay, put the 1 ball there and put the cue ball down by the 8. Perfect. That's a great shot. Hit perfect speed. So Efren again comes to the table with a kick shot. And this one's going to be tough to hit. Now he's looking at the side rail here. That's going to be a very tough shot to hit. He could come 1 rail and try to hit the 1 ball on the side. And try to make it, actually. He's going to try to make the 1 ball. Oh, this is going to be very tough this way. It's going to be hard to hit this ball. Speed is very important. Okay, and he misses the 1 ball. And that was tough to hit it that way. Had to make sure he didn't touch the 3 ball first, and he actually over hit the rail and missed the 1 ball by a couple inches. So now Niels will have a chance with ball in hand and try to get back into this match. Close the gap. Now here's the 3 ball. So he's trying to play position on 3. So what he wants to do is play the 1 in the corner, come 1, 2 rails and back up in here or in this area. Okay, went to the rail. Very good. Okay, the 3 ball, he's looking for the 4 ball. The 4 ball is the pink ball. He's going to have to roll down for the 4 ball on the side because he's straight in on the 3. Could just take the shot on the 4 in the side pocket next. Nice speed control. Perfect. Come toward the center of the table for the 5 ball, which is in the top right-hand side of the screen. Okay, he has a chance to win Game 6. Low right-hand English, bringing the cue ball back over to the other side. Being straight in is okay. Actually has a perfect angle to just bring the cue ball back a couple inches and come off the rail. Perfect. Tell you, for never playing in such a big match for 160,000, Niels is doing well for the first time being there. Okay, Niels wins Game 6, trails in the match 4 games to 2. And it will be his break. It's a long way to go. Remember, racing to 15 in the finals. Efren Reyes 4, Niels Feijen 2. Game 7 coming up. Niels breaking the balls. Has been making the one successfully. Not that time. He looked like he hit the balls a little extra hard. Failed to make a ball, but looks like he did not leave a shot for Efren. Actually can't tell right yet, but he knows he hit the balls a little too hard. Look at the spot. He almost knocked the spot off the table, it looks like. So Efren, a shot on the 1, will probably try to bank this ball cross corner, or he's going to push. Well, I think Niels may give this back to him. Now there is a shot he could do here. He could play the 1 ball. He could play the 1 ball and double kiss it down table. Play the 1 ball thin, hit the cue ball to the back rail, then hit the 1 ball down table. So if he played the cue ball, he's going to try to bank the 1 ball. Looks like it's going to be a kiss if he tries to bank this. He's got to get out of the way. Yeah, look out you don't scratch there. That was a tough shot. So, Efren Reyes, after a push out, scratches. You won't see that too often, folks. Gives ball in hand to Niels. So Niels now trailing 4-2, has a chance to close the gap. but it's not an easy run out by far. The 3 ball is down table by the 5, the orange ball, and that's going to be a tough ball to get on. Now, if he got straight on this ball, he could be okay. May have a kiss shot, 3-5. It's hard to tell. We'll see what he does. There's a better pitcher. He could probably make that 5 if he gets the right angle on the 3. Got to be careful. His shirt does not touch the ball. We're playing foul on all balls. Going to draw the ball back. Being careful not to come back too far. He's on the left side of the 3, which is perfect. Now he'll try to spin in here and kiss the 3 first and try to make the 5 ball in the corner pocket. And the 3 ball, just go to the bottom rail and hang around for the next shot if he makes the 5. Got to be very careful here. It looks like it's really close. A lot of right hand spin. Okay, nicely done. A little kiss shot there, a little delicate kiss shot. Helps set up the run out. Niels has won like 6 or 7 matches already. Undefeated player. Both players are undefeated. Players from all over the world came to play in the Tokyo 9-ball championships. $1 million event, guaranteed. Hit that one a little easy. Looks like he's going to be forced to hit this kind of hard and go over to the rail and back out. Nicely done there. Niels is really playing well. He hasn't really made just a few errors here to be down so far, but if he can get out this rack, which I think he will, he'll only be 1 game down. That's good. Okay, game 7 goes to Niels, who trails in the match by 1 game now. He knows it's not over. Both players knowing that this match could go either way still. Efren Reyes 4, Niels Feijen 3. Reyes 824. Feijen 784. See if Efren's been controlling the cue ball on his break. He's been really keeping the cue ball toward the center of the table nicely. There it is. It stays right around the center to the side pocket. He's made the 1 ball. He's made 2 balls on the break. He's got the 2 ball, which is right here, and here's the cue ball. Has a nice opportunity here for a run out. The 3 ball's right by the 2 ball. What a great break. That's the kind of break you'd like for the final match. 2 ball in the corner, 3 ball right there. And now here's the tricky part of this rack. He must get high enough for the 6 ball in the corner pocket, unless he can make it in the side. But I think he's going to come back up in the center of the table, over by the 7 ball for the 6 ball. Perfect. Great speed control. He'll just bring the cue ball back a couple inches. Oh, I think he wanted to come back a little farther than that. Well, he's made a little problem here. He wants to be careful, don't hit it too hard. He's going to follow this ball 2 rails and cut back up. He has to come up high enough for the 8 ball. 1, 2. Oh, he caught the point there. Well, that's not hard enough, I don't think. Wow, he has a real tough cut shot now. He's going to have to play a cut shot on the 8 or a bank shot. He could bank across corner. I believe he's going to cut this ball in down the rail and come 3 rails back for the 9 ball. He's going to hit this pretty hard. 1, 2, 3. Great shot by Efren Reyes. So, Efren Reyes coming with a great shot on the 8 ball to win game 7. Efren Reyes actually winning game 8 with the score Efren Reyes 5 and Niels Feijen 3. Big game for Efren Reyes. Great shot on the 8 ball. Reyes with an 860. Feijen with a 784. Feijen has to get a couple racks where he can break and make a ball and run out. Put a little heat on Efren. Look out. Ooh. Comes up with not a ball on the break. So Efren Reyes will come to the table again with an open table. This time he has a shot on the 1 ball. It's a bank shot. Going to bank the 1 ball, cross corner. The 2 balls right there, so all he has to do is make the 1. And he should have some kind of shot on the 2. And there it is. Shot on 2 balls in the side pocket. With a slow roll. And an open table now. Stop for the 3 in the side. Stop for the 4 in the corner. Stop for the 5 in the side pocket. Wants an angle on the 6 ball, so he'll come down to the bottom rail or draw the ball to the side rail, but he'll make sure he has an angle. He does not want to be straight in on the 6 ball. And there it is. Notice the spin. He's going to bring him back toward him with a little angle on it. Bring the cue ball up toward the center of the table for the 7 ball. He's almost got the same situation as last rack with the 7, 8, and 9. Except this time he got a little better on the 7 ball. He'll make sure he brings the cue ball a little bit higher this time for the 8. So Efren Reyes wins Another game. Makes his margin bigger. Goes ahead in the match 6 games to 3. There it is. Efren Reyes 6 after 9 games. Niels Feijen 3. 3-game lead for Efren Reyes. 9 games away from $160,000. Shooting an .885. Feijen 784. Checking to see if all the balls are frozen. Making sure if the balls are loose, the end balls could go in the corner if they're loose. The one ball would act kind of weird. If it wasn't tight to the rack, you'd hit it and wouldn't go anywhere. Wow. Efren hit those. 1, 2 balls on the break. Cue ball open. 2 ball. The top right-hand side of the screen. And there's Efren. He knows he made a good break. 2 ball right here. The cue near the rail. Coming out for the 4 ball in the same pocket. Now he wants to get straight in on the ball on the side if he can, because the 6 ball is right by the, there it is, straight in. He'll roll down. Now his position, he does not want to be straight in on the 7 ball. He's going to bring the cue ball toward the center of the table, and he'll make sure he has an angle. He does not want to touch the 9 here if he doesn't have to. Just misses the 9, comes around perfect for the 7 ball. A little bit too far, but I'm sure he'll be okay. After that one shot where he made the 8, I'm sure cutting this ball is like a hanger to him. Although it's not an easy shot, but he makes it look awful easy. Play the 8 ball and just roll down to the bottom rail for the 9 ball. So Efren Reyes, after 10 games, leads the match 7 games to 3. Very tough player to beat. And Niels knows that. Knows he's going to have to start putting a couple racks on his break together. Efren Reyes 7, Niels Feijen 3 after 10 games. Game 11 coming up with Niels breaking. Knows he's going to have to put some racks on his break together. Start breaking and running out. Reyes shooting a 902. Just getting stronger as the match goes on. Feijen, that was 784. Not much he could do while he's sitting in the chair watching Efren run out. Largest payday ever. Efren Reyes is playing for $160,000 first prize. Brought to you by the International Billiards Congress. Good break by Niels. Look out, 1 ball. Oh, that's a bad roll. Because if the 1 would have hung in the corner, he'd have had an easy shot on the 1 ball. He's made 2 balls on the break, it looks like. And has a long shot on the 2 ball. Could maybe play a safety on the shot. Let's see what he elects to do. It goes past the 7 ball. So if he can make it. See with the 3, it looks like the 1 ball went on the break. The 3 ball. Looks like he's playing the 2-ball. Oh, great shot. Excellent shot. Give him a shot. Oh, tough break. Okay, so Niels made a nice shot on the 2-ball. Unfortunately, the 4-ball is right up against the rail here. He does not have a pocket for the 4-ball, so he's going to be forced to play a safety. And it's not going to be an easy safety, I don't believe. Let's see what he's going to do. Has a couple different ways of playing this shot. He can hit the 4-ball thin and go down table with the cue ball and try to get behind the ball that's down table there. I can't tell which ball it is. Looks like it could be the 5-ball. Get behind the 5-ball. Or he could put the 4 on the other side of the table by the 6 and 9 and bring the cue ball lower behind the 9. Or bring the 4-ball 2 rails back onto the bottom rail by the 9. There it is. And that'll work. There's not too much he could have done on that shot. So Efren now will have to make a decision. Should I try to cut this ball in? Or should I play a safety, just hitting it down table, leaving the cube on the side rail? He could hit rail first behind it. Yeah, it looks like he's trying to cut this in or bank it. Either one. Tried to cut it in and he missed it. He scratched. So, a good safety by Niels leaves a shot for him now with ball in hand. So it paid off to play a safety. It has to make you feel good when you play a safety and your opponent gets up and either scratches or misses the ball and leaves you an easy shot or gives you ball in hand. You know that you've made a good safety. So Niels with an opportunity now to close the gap in game 11. He trails by 4 games, 7-3. Okay. Now he's looking to see if the balls are frozen, and they are frozen, but they're frozen in favor of the 6-ball, so he'll have no problem making the 6-ball in the corner. Hit low left hand, and bringing the cue ball back out toward the side pocket. Niels has a 7-ball in the corner. Probably end up playing the 8-ball in the side pocket. Just bringing the cue ball out a little bit for the 8-ball on the side. He's looking at it now. Wants to make sure it's not that tough shot. Follow the ball. Try to get straight in. Nicely done. Now he'll play the 8-ball on the side and draw the cue ball back with low English. Being very careful not to hit the 8-ball bad here. If he catches the point, you miss it. Very good. And there it is. So Niels, after 11 games, closes the gap 7 games to 4. So he has executed on his break what he needed to do. He needed to get a break and win that game. He did. Now he needs the hope that Efren will give him an opportunity to get to the table, even if it's a kick shot. Whatever, he just wants to get to the table and stop Efren from running out. Anytime you can get to the table, you may get lucky and kick a ball in or leave your opponent safe. And there it is. Efren raised 7. Niels Feijen 4. Tokyo 9-Ball Championship. Brought to you by the International Billiards Council. Reyes 873. Feijen 809. And Efren has pocketed 2 balls on the break and has a nice easy shot to start with. The 2-ball is in the center of the table. The cue ball is almost straight in with it. He made the 3-ball on the break and the 1-ball. All he has to do is make the 2 and just go down table for the 4 ball. And I'll tell you, he's breaking the balls great. It's tough to overcome a great break like that when you're making 2 balls on the break and getting an easy shot to start with. It's hard to catch a guy like when he's ahead. Very hard. It's impossible, actually. Efren will play this shot very easy. The 6 is by the corner pocket in the top right-hand side of the screen. Playing for an angle on the 7 ball, which on the left-hand side of your screen. Wants an angle. He'll come out. Perfect. And there it is. Efren Reyes. In game 12. Breaks the balls, makes 2 balls, and runs out to take an 8-4 lead. After 12 games, he's winning 8-4. 7 games away from $160,000. He knows if he keeps doing what he's doing, breaking and running out, he cannot lose this match. So that's all he's concentrating right now. Is 8 games for Efren Reyes, 4 games for Niels Feijen. But far from over. Reyes is shooting an 889. Feijen 809. Nice look at the break here. He'll be trying to hit the 1 ball straight into that diamond. And here goes the 1 ball cross corner. Another bad break. It keeps falling on him, and he doesn't have a shot after the break. He made 3 balls on the break there. The 1 ball, the 4 ball, and I don't know what other ball, but he made 3 balls, and he has a long shot. Looks like he pocketed the 4 ball, the 1 ball, and the 7 or 5 ball. Anyway, he has a shot on the 2 ball. Long, tough shot on the 2. Playing in the corner pocket. Not an easy shot. He has to dodge the 9 ball and the 6 ball. Come around 2 rails for the 3, which is on the right-hand side of the screen. He will maybe play a safety here, trying to bring the cue ball back behind the 6. Okay. Okay, it's a miss. Don't go away. We'll be right back. And welcome back. And Efren will come to the table with a shot on the 2 ball. 2 ball in the jaws of the pocket. He'll use the point of the corner pocket to play position for the 3, which is right along the rail on the right-hand side of the screen. Here comes down. He catches the point, comes up table, hits it a little bit too hard. Leaves himself a cut shot up the rail. So he'll be playing the 3 ball up the rail. Corner pocket. And straight in on the 5, perfect. Play the 5 and just draw back a little. He has a little angle on the 6 ball, so he's going to be forced to go to the side rail and back out toward the center of the table for the 8 ball. Okay, he's played that a little differently. He's left himself almost straight in on the 8 ball. And what he's going to have to do, either draw the ball back to the back rail and go down table, or follow it. Well, let's see what he decides to do here. It's a little tricky shot. Whatever he feels comfortable doing. Efren likes to follow the ball a lot of times on these shots, so we'll see if he likes to do that. Looks like he's drawing. Oh, he tried to force it over. Wow. Left himself a tough shot on the 9 now. Well, being ahead 8-4 could help on this shot. He's going to hit it very thin. Play it in the left-hand corner pocket. A little lower left-hand spin. Oh, great shot by Efren Reyes. So Efren, game 13 goes ahead 9-4. And will also break the balls. So there it is. Efren Reyes 9, Niels Feijen 4. Efren is winning by 5 games. He's 6 games away from $160,000. Niels is 11 games away. And somehow has got to try to overcome Efren breaking the balls and running out. Efren Reyes will break in game 14. Here goes the 1 ball down by the corner. Does anything fall? No. He's failed to make a ball, so Niels is lucky in the fact that Efren has not made a ball, but a little unlucky because he does not have a shot on the 1 ball. So would be forced to play a safety. Efren knows he did not make a ball on the break, but he protected the cue ball. He made sure that the cue ball did not scratch, and that's important. So Niels now, he has to play a safety. Try to get the 1 ball up by the 8 and bring the cue ball back behind the 5 if he can do that. Looks like that's the only type of shot he has, or he could hit 1 thin and come back down table. 2 rails. Not easy. Whatever he has to do, it's going to be a field shot, finesse. Now he could hit the 1 down table and try to get behind the 8. That's what he's trying to do, and that's not any good. That's an error by Niels, and that's going to be costly. Tough break for Niels, because if he'd had a shot on the 1 there, it would give him a chance to loosen up a little bit and get a run out because the balls were open nicely. But instead, it goes the other way around. Efren gets a chance to get more loose. If he isn't as loose as it could be already. But he has a nice layout here. All he has to do is get on the 3 ball straight. The 4 is right by the side in the middle of the table there. All he has to do is make the 3 and get straight in on the 4 on the side. The balls are open nicely. The only problem I could see Efren having in this rack is from the 8 to the 9, if that's going to be a problem. I'm going to follow this ball 2 rails, I believe, back up for the 5. Nicely done by Efren Reyes. Perfect position. Trying to make sure he does not touch a ball. Just stop right around there for the 7 ball. In this, oh, he had an angle on the ball, so he's going to play the 7 ball in the other side pocket. Now he wants to make sure that he gets either straight in on the 8 or a little bit of an angle to draw the cue ball down table, Or if he gets a big angle, he can follow with 2 rails. Let's see which way he's playing. Well, he got a little funny angle here. And he knows it too. Came just a little bit too far. He's probably going to try and follow this ball around. Did he hit it hard enough? No. So, as I said, the only place he may have a problem is from the 8 to the 9, and here it is. So now Efren will be forced to play a bank shot. And knowing how well he plays one pocket, I'd have to say he's even money to make this shot, and there it is. Efren Reyes. Efren Reyes, game 14. Wins game 14, goes ahead in the match, 10 games to 4. Great bank shot by Efren Reyes. Made it look like a hanger. Efren Reyes 5 games away from $160,000 in the Tokyo 9-ball championships. Brought to you by the International Billiards Council. There's Efren Reyes 10, Niels Feijen 4. Reyes shooting a 908. Feijen 788. Needs to get a few break and runouts. Give him a ball, please give him a shot. He needs to get a shot. Stay up there, 1 ball. Well, there's a chance. Maybe he has a chance now to get a run out. He made 2 balls on the break. Has a nice shot on the 1 ball. The 2 balls on the side rail, right-hand side of the table. And he'll be able to reach this shot pretty easy, being as tall as he is. I don't think he'll need a bridge. Maybe he will. And he's going to hit the 1 very thin, come back up table. He wants to get near the center of the table, far enough so that he can pocket the 2 ball in the same corner. Little inside English right-hand spin. Be very careful here. Come on up. Nice shot by Niels. Make sure he got up far enough so he could make the 2. And the 3 balls in the center of the table by the left-hand side pocket. He just wants to be careful he doesn't get on top of the 3. He'll slow roll this in nice and easy. Killing the cue ball, but low right-hand spin. Okay, has an angle on the 3, but it's okay. He'll go to the bottom rail and back up toward the center of the table for the 5 ball. Wants to take something off the table. He wants to fix the spot. Yeah, the spot was up a little bit. Needs to get up. Okay, perfect. Has a nice angle to come off the rail and back up towards the center tip, right where his cue is now. He wants to be. Does not want to be straight in on the 6 ball. 9 balls, mostly angles. Ooh, I thought he missed that for a minute. Perfect. Now, because of where the 9 is, it doesn't matter if he gets straight on the 8 or not. But he does want just a little bit of an angle. He doesn't want to have to stop the cue ball along the rail. So he'll leave himself a little bit of an angle, as so. And he'll just slow roll this, coming off the rail a little bit. A little low right-hand English. There it is. Nicely done by Niels. And that's a big break for him to get back into this match. So game 15. Niels wins game 15, trailing in the match 10 games to 5. Efren Reyes knows This match is way far from being over. Here's Niels. He knows he needs to get a chance to the table. There's Efren Reyes, 10 games to Niels 5. Reyes shooting a 908, Feijen 820. Niels needs a break right here. He needs Efren to maybe get a kick or something in the side pocket or get snookered after the break. But he's been breaking so well. There it goes again. He missed the 1 ball on the side. He made the 5 ball on the side. Look at the kick he got on the cue ball there. Oh, boy. He made 2 balls on the break. The 1 and the 5 and the 4, looks like. Has a nice shot on the 1 ball. Just play the 1 in the corner and come off the side rail for the 2 ball. Being very careful not to touch the 2. Notice his knee up on the table. That's for balance. Playing pool, your balance is very important. If you're off balance, it's very hard to shoot the cue stick into the cue ball accurately. Efren gave himself too big of an angle here. Yeah, let's see what he plays here. He's got a tough little shot here. Making the 2 ball is not what all Efren is concerned about. He's also concerned about position on the 3 ball. It looks as though he can't get down table for the 3 ball unless he tries, if he follows the ball and comes around 4 rails. But even that's tough because that 7 ball in the middle of the table is a big ball. If he hits the 7 ball, he won't have a shot unless he hits it on the top side. Here he goes. He's going to follow the ball, it looks like. No, I can't tell you. No, he's not. Oh, he played the 7 with a kiss. That was a great shot by Efren Reyes. He used the 7 ball to play position on the 3. That's a super shot right there. So Efren Reyes coming up with a key shot, key position shot on the 3 ball. Gives himself an opportunity now for another break and run out. As the angle, notice he'll bring the cue ball 2 rails around the table for the 9 ball in the bottom right-hand corner. He used natural running English, right-hand spin. Playing the 8 ball in the corner, bringing the cue ball. Here comes the cue ball. Watch it come out. There it is, 2 rails. Playing the 9 ball in the corner pocket. Perfect. So in game 16, Efren Reyes comes up with a key shot to go ahead 11 games to 5. So Efren holds his break. This is a great format. The top players for sure to be there with this alternate break. There's no chance really of beating a great player. You keep giving him a chance at the table. And this fellow is a great player. And Niels knows that. Knows it's going to be awfully tough to beat him when he keeps breaking and running out his turn. There it is. Efren Reyes 11 games. Niels Feijen 5 games. 6 games ahead, 4 games away from $160,000. Reyes shooting 917, Feijen 820. Needs another break and run out like he did last turn at the table. Keep the pressure on Efren. Good break. Look out. Don't scratch. And there it is. He made 2 balls on the break. Has a shot on the 1 ball. Maybe he can make it in the corner. Maybe he can. I can't tell from here. Looks like he's going to be playing a safety. Unless he can make the 2 ball and a kiss off the 1 in the corner. But it's hard to tell from here. I think he's going to play a safety. Probably the smart thing to do. Gonna hit the one ball to the rail. And that's a very good shot. Nice safety. What he needs to do is change the play here, change the way that Efren gets to the table, feels very comfortable running out. Try to change what's going on. And this is one way of doing it. Efren gets to the table a few times and kicks at the ball and either misses it or leaves an easy shot. Maybe he'll start thinking about that. And again, Efren comes up with a good safety. So Efren Reyes makes a good hit on the one ball. Leaves Niels actually a combination, which is no easy shot, but Niels is going to play it. The reach that Niels has, he can actually reach out to the middle of the table here and play this combination. You can see the cue ball is all the way down table, and he can just reach over and play this combination without using the bridge. Boy, is that unbelievable. Oh, tough break. Not an easy shot. So Niels just can't get started. Efren with a bank on the one. One ball cross side. Stop the cue ball right there. It's a two-way shot. If he misses it, it's a safety. Notice, if he makes the one, he's got the two. If he misses the one, Niels has to kick at it or use his jump stick, which he's probably going to have to use the jump cue, which he's very good at. I've seen him jump the ball before. Jump right over the 9 and try to make the one ball in the corner and draw the cue ball back actually for the 2 ball. Just being careful he doesn't scratch. And here we go. The jump cue's out. Kind of like a sand wedge in golf, huh? Going to jump over the 9 ball and try to make the 1 ball. Tough shot. Don't scratch. Oh, tough break. Well, that's what happens. Anytime you're trying to jump over a ball or masse and hit it hard, anything can happen. So Niels trying to make a jump shot, fails to make it, scratches in the side pocket. And that's the difference. Efren kicked at the 1, left Niels a tough combination. Niels kicks at the 1, scratches in the side, gives ball in hand to Efren. Can't afford to do that. Efren now draw the cue ball back, or follow the cue ball 2 rails to the center of the table for the 4 ball. Playing the 4 ball in the side pocket and just rolling the ball down slowly for the 5. Wants a little angle. Didn't want that much of an angle, but he'll be okay. Playing the 5 in the corner with a little bit of left-hand spin on the cue ball, throwing it a little bit. I don't believe he'll hit this too hard. I don't think he'll come up table. There it is. Throwing the 5 ball in. And I think he'll just go back and forth side rail, one side rail to the other, back out in the center of the table. Follow the ball to the bottom rail, back over to the side rail. 2 rails out into the center. Not happy about the shot on the 9, but he'll take it. Anytime you're cutting the ball, anything can happen, so let's see what happens. And there it is, Efren Reyes winning game 16, going ahead 12 games to 5 after 17 games. There it is after 17 games. Efren Reyes has 12 games. Niels Feijen 5 games. Efren Reyes 3 games away from $160,000. Second place, $60,000. Efren Reyes shooting .922 in the finals. Feijen shooting .813. I like the way Efren's been breaking the balls, controlling the cue ball. Not getting any bad kicks on the cue ball. Cue ball stays right to the center. There it is. Oh, you got a kick that time. As soon as I say it. But notice the kick he got. It was so it could come back down with the 2 straight in. Oh, boy. This is tough to overcome. So, Efren makes the 1 ball and the 3 ball on the break. Has shot on the 2 ball. Easy position for the 4 ball. Just go down table. Perfect. Now, if you notice with the 5 ball, it's on the left-hand side of the screen, the orange ball. Efren will bring the cue ball over to the side rail with left-hand spin. There's the spin on the cue ball, bringing the cue ball over to the left-hand side, making sure he has a shot on the 5 ball. Now, it looks like the 6 ball could be in a tricky... Well, if he may just roll down here and shoot the 6 ball on the side, or draw the ball back and shoot the 6 in the corner. Let's see what he decides to do. He decided to draw the ball back, shoot the 6 in the corner. Not taking any chances. Leaving a long shot. No problem for Efren. Looks like a short shot. So, Efren Reyes. Pocketing 2 balls on the break. Starting out with a nice shot on the 2 ball. Shows that he can still break and run out the rack. So in game 18, Efren Reyes breaks and runs out on his rack. Efren Reyes is playing great. He's not making any mistakes. Niels getting a few bad rolls. Made a few errors. There it is. It tells it all. Efren Reyes 13 games. Niels Feijen 5 games. Nothing much you can do about it when your opponent breaks and runs out every time he gets to the table. And you get to the table and break and don't make a ball or don't have a shot after you break. It's tough to overcome. There's Reyes 929 in the finals of the Tokyo World 9-Ball Championships. Feijen shooting 813. Okay, he's going to try to hit the 1 ball solid. Must protect the cue ball. Hope he makes a ball on the break and get a shot. And boy, he's hitting the balls awful hard. It's almost like he's hitting them too hard. Here it comes again. It's always got to do something funny. He's made the 2 ball on the break. He's got the 1 ball in the corner pocket. Can't tell whether he can make it directly, but at least he can go to the rail first and make it because it's so close to the corner. His control of the cue ball is very important, that he doesn't get behind another ball here. The 7 ball could come into play. The brown ball centered the table by the cue ball to the left of the cue ball, above the cue ball. Has to be careful of that ball. Look out, get past that ball. Knock it over. Okay, good. He hit it hard enough to get by it. Good. That was a ball that could have given him trouble. If he'd have hit that square in the face, he'd have had a problem. He wouldn't have been able to see the 3. So now Niels has a nice opportunity to break and run out on his rack. Has to slow roll this in down the rail. Bring the cue ball off the rail about 1.5 feet. 2 feet. Perfect. Niels has really been playing well. It's just he's got a few bad rolls, a few errors, but other than that, I mean, he's shooting over 800. You can't say he's shooting bad. Just not much of a chance. Efren playing a 929 in the finals. So Niels now has a shot, a little bit of a longer shot on the 5. He wants to bring the cue ball back up. He wants to be straight in on the 6 wherever he is. Either he plays it in the corner after he plays the 5 or in the side, but he wants to be straight in if he can. Okay, he's ended up playing position for the side pocket. So I'll have to do a little bit more with the cue ball now. And he's going to see now where he wants to play position. It looks like he's not straight in, so he's going to have to do something with the cue ball here. Oh, he was almost straight in. Okay, he's okay. Has a nice angle on the 7 just to roll up, come over to the other side of the table with a little bit of left-handing on the cue ball. If he gets straight in on the 8, it's okay. Just make sure you make the 7 ball. Don't take any chances. Okay, so Niels in game 19 has held his break and ran the table, trailing the match now 13 games to 6. And that was a very big game for Niels. So Niels finally has broke the balls, made a ball on the break, and had a shot. And that's what happens when you get a shot after the break. You can run out. And that's exactly what Niels did. So there it is. Efren Reyes 13 and Niels Feijen 6. So in game 20, Efren Reyes will break and try to hold his break. Reyes shooting 929, Feijen 836. Efren has broke and run out last 3 or 4 times on his break. And there's the 1 ball on the side again. And the 2 ball went somewhere, and here's the 3 ball coming over to give him some kind of shot probably. But notice the balls on the table. The 6 and the 7 are tied up on the right-hand side of your screen where he's at right now. And the 3 and the 4 have lined up for a combination. He will have to cut the 3 ball a little bit to make the combination. He made the 1 and the 2 on the break. He pocketed 2 balls on the break. And now he will play a combination. Just be careful of the 3 and the 4 here where the 3 ball is going to go. Oh, he missed it. Okay. Well, he absolutely just missed that ball, that's all. I think he was trying to break open the 6 and 7. He's kind of laughing to himself, but that's okay. Niels needs a little chance here to get back into the match, so there's the opportunity with the score being 13 to 6. That's the first time I've seen Efren actually miss on his break in the last five or six times he's broke. So Niels has a shot on the 3. He'll just roll it in the corner pocket, come up for the 4 in the other corner. Hitting it easy. Oh, and he undercuts the ball. I think the pressure setting in. $160,000 first prize. $100,000 match. Second place is $60,000. Looks like he's starting to feel the pressure. Both of these players have never played for that much money before. Efren shooting 3 ball in the corner. Bringing the cue ball back out. Trying to get straight on the 4 now. He has to play for an angle on the 5 ball so he can break open the 6 and 7. So you'll see him bring the cue ball up a little bit from the 4, just coming up just a little. Now what he'll do is he'll play 2 rails here, unless he can play the combination into the 6-7. If he can make the combination 6-7, then he won't go into them. He'll play 2 rails just for position on the 6. Here it is, 1, 2, coming back up. And he's came a little too far, it looks like. He's going to play a bank shot. He may have been playing for the bank shot. Probably was. 6 ball cross side. He'll just follow this ball into the 7. Nice shot. He got a bad break. He double kissed it and stayed on top of it. Even though he put left English on the cue ball, the 7 ball stayed right there. That's a tough break for Efren, but good break for Niels maybe. And he's going to try to hit the 7 very thin. Or no, looks like he's playing the 7 cross corner and the 9. Wow, he's really going after it. He's really going after it now. That was a wide open shot right there. He played the 7 cross corner and the 9 ball. Two-way shot, but he missed both shots. So Niels will have an opportunity now to win the 20th game. He's trailing 13-6. Has 2 more balls on the table to shorten that gap. So that's a big break for Niels to win on Efren's break. 9 ball in corner pocket. And there it is. Game 20 goes to Niels, who now trails in the match 13-7. And Efren going going after a wild shot there. It's a tough layout. The 6 and 7 laid tough. And I thought he was going to play for the combination, but he had the bank and just caught a bad break. He double kissed the 7 ball, so didn't waste any time. And there it is. That tells the story. Efren Reyes got 13 games. Niels Feijen, after 20 games, has won 7. So the score is 13-7. Game 21 coming up with Niels breaking. Reyes shooting .902. Feijen .821. Needs to get a break run out. And there he needs, watch out for the cue ball. Oh, what a bad break. Scratch in the side pocket. Disappointed. So now Efren, ball in hand with 7 balls on the table. May not get out because there are 2 balls tied up. The 4 ball and the 6 ball. Looks like they're tied up, so he's going to have to play for an angle on the 3 to break open those balls. And there it is. Maybe a little too much. Anything can happen here. He's going into the 6 and 4. He's going to try to break them open. He does not break them open. And it looks like the 5 ball is blocking the pocket from the 4 ball. So Efren now will be forced to either play a safety or play a bank shot on the 4 ball. He could bank the 4 ball cross corner. Looks like it goes past the 5. Just stop right there and shoot the 5 next. This is not a very tough shot. Efren should be able to make this shot. Great shot by Efren Reyes. And there it is. Efren Reyes makes a key shot on the 4 ball to get position on the 5 and set up a run out in the 21st game of the World 9 Ball Championships. $160,000 first prize to the winner. Brought to you by the International Billiards Council of Japan. Slow roll this in. Could probably come over to the other side of the table for the 9 ball in the same pocket. And there it is. So after 21 games, Efren Reyes goes ahead 14 games to 7. And he's 1 game away from winning the World 9 Ball Championships of Japan. The Tokyo World 9 Ball Championships. Actually, this is not the World Championships, it's the Tokyo 9 Ball Championships. But it is the largest payday in 9 ball. Efren Reyes 14 games. Niels Feijen 7. Efren Reyes 1 game away from $160,000 richer. Niels Feijen 8 games. Needs a shot in this rack. Tokyo 9 ball championships. Reyes shooting a .907. Feijen 810. Reyes to break the balls. So Efren Reyes needs a break and a run out to win the tournament. And there the 1 ball came out. He has made the 2 ball on the break and is going to be forced to play a push out. So this is like one of the few times I've seen where Efren didn't have an easy shot to start with after the break. Notice the cue ball parked perfect in the center of the table. 3 and the 8 in the way. So Efren will push to the bottom rail. And of course, Niels is going to give this to him, I think. And Efren will try to kick at the bottom rail, hit the 1 ball over to the side rail, and stop the cue ball behind the 3 and 8. If he hits the 1 pretty full, he has a good chance of doing that. And there it is. Just like that. So Efren Reyes, another key safety shot. Forcing Niels to go to the rail and try to kick at the 1 ball. Try to make it, maybe get lucky, get something started. You notice the 4 and the 9 ball, the top of your screen are tied up. Here's the 4 and the 9 ball, they're tied up. Here's the 1 ball. Niels going to be forced to kick 1, 2 rails and try to send it down table. Hope he doesn't break open that 4 and 9 because Efren will have a run out if he does. Good chance of leaving Efren safe here. Maybe it's about time Niels got lucky and made a ball. Haven't seen too much of that in this match. Give it a good kick. Oh, no, don't break them open. Oh, he missed an easy kick there. Trying to play a safety, I think, so. Or maybe that $160,000 in prize money setting into his finally realizing a lot of pressure out there. Most pressure of any tournament we've ever played in. More money. Biggest payday in the history of pool. Efren setting up for a safety. Or if he can make the 4, no, I don't believe he can make it. I believe he's going to set up for a safety. Can he make this ball? Wow, what a great save. Great safety by Efren Reyes. So Niels has 1 more opportunity, it looks like, to get to the table and make something happen. Given ball in hand, looks like he's going to be forced to come to the rail here and try to kick the 4, maybe get lucky here. He could get lucky and bring the cue ball back behind the 9 if he hits the 4 the right way. Oh, 2 misses in a row. Easy kicks too, both of them pretty easy kicks. Surprisingly, those are unforced errors there. So Efren with ball in hand twice in the final game for $160,000 will attempt to run out the table. Looks pretty routine, but a lot of pressure out there. Would have been a lot more if it was 14-14, but still enough. Straight in on the 7. He'll be drawing the cue ball back. Or stopping right there for the 8 in the other corner. I think he'll bring the cue ball back, get a little closer to his work. If he's straight in. If he's not straight in, he'll just... Looks like he's okay. He's going to draw it back. There it is, like perfect. So just float over to the side rail, and Efren Reyes is going to be shooting a ball for $160,000 richer and first place in the Tokyo 9-Ball Championships. Efren Reyes, winner, Tokyo 9-Ball Championships, $160,000 to first place. Niels Feijen, second place, $60,000. Efren Reyes, the Magician, 15 games to 7. Reyes shooting .913 in the final match. Feijen, .790. Great shooting by Efren Reyes, winner of the Tokyo 9-Ball Championships. I'd like to thank you all for tuning in. And we're here to say goodbye and congratulations to Efren Reyes.